Good morning, good afternoon. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Vintage Craft and Chat. I'm so glad everybody is here. Let me go to the chat. Leanne is here. First one in. Good morning, Leanne. Do you have stuff to make clusters? So if any of you follow Leanne and I in Crafty Kitty Vintage, go look at our Instagram page. We got to hang out yesterday. We went back to that fun craft supply thrift store in Pasadena, California, called Remainders, that we had gone with Nettie the time before Leanne was out. So go check out those pictures. And I have to get with Leanne today, but I think we're probably going to do a live haul of all the crafty goodness that we picked up yesterday. So that's why I'm saying, do you have enough stuff to craft with today? Because she's in town, staying at her daughter's house. I bet though, right? Bridget has lots of crafty supplies, so you're probably set. Today we are going to make Halloween. We're still in Halloween mode. Today we are going to make Halloween themed clusters. So I made two the other day on Tuesday. This is what I came up with. Lots of fun. And my jumping off point was, whoops, that one's lots of threads coming off of that one. My jumping off and inspiration was dictionary illustrations. All those great dictionary illustrations that we come across. So that one right there, the label on that one came from a dictionary page. This one too, right there, you can kind of see it. So I just used a label stamp to capture the image and did a little fussy cut. And then this one right here, I'll show you the page on that. This is just a label over that paper that I love, that I use all the time. I can't stop using it. And I just did a little bug stamp over it. So if you don't have a vintage dictionary page and you have fun stamps in your stash, you know, you can improvise. And I'll turn the camera around and show you some other things that you can switch in if you don't have some of the supplies. Hi, Susie. Hello, hello, hello. How are you today? John is here. Hello, Jonna. How are you? I hope you guys all had a good week. I love it too when you guys share like what fun things happened this week. Do you have things to celebrate? What were you making? What were you crafting? Definitely put that in the chat because I like to keep up with what everybody is doing. Let's see. Oh, first of all, we'll let a few more people come in, then we'll pick the crafty prompt. Sorry for the gardener noise. I feel like I'm on repeat every Thursday with the gardener noise, but he just came. I wanted to also before, and I feel bad I wanted to make a post this week, but thank you all to everybody that came and supported us for the Crafty Marathon. People that just came to support, you know, people that purchased things and supported us in our handmade and our handcrafted maker endeavor. We appreciate all of you. And yeah, so thankful for all of you. There's my co-host, dear Angela's Vintage. She was my beautiful co-host for the day. And I think safe to say, some of my stuff will eventually go on Etsy, but if anybody goes back and watches the Crafty Marathon, it's probably pretty safe to say if something wasn't claimed. I know a few things were claimed post-sale after the fact, but definitely reach out to the makers. And if you see something you love, reach out and see if it's still available, because it just may be. So, is it gloomy? Oh, Jonna, see, that's perfect. This is a perfect excuse to stay in. It's gloomy here too. It's overcast. I have sweatpants on. I haven't had sweatpants on in a very long time. So it was one of the, I have flip-flops on, but I do have sweatpants on underneath my t-shirt here. So, okay, let's see. Let's do the prompt jar. Let's see what our prompt is. I'm excited. And Angela brought up something on Leanne's crafting live on Monday that maybe we want to add some additional things to the prompt jar. So, you know, if you guys want to type things in the chat, just sort of different things, because last week we pulled belly band, and not everybody here that joins us every week or people that want to participate in the weekly craft prompt, you may not be journal makers, right? Art journal makers, or you may be other sorts of crafters. So maybe some of those things may be in here, but yeah, I'm super up for adding suggestions into the jar. And if it ends up, well, I have the master list, so I can check the master list and see if it's already in here, but definitely shout it out. I think that's fun. Maybe we want colors. Maybe we want more themes like, you know, birds, butterflies, you know, that kind of thing. So definitely make suggestions and we'll add them to the jar. Hi, Diane. How are you? You having a good day? Is your granddaughter better? I hope she's feeling better. Ooh, not Diane. Angela. Angela just got over the Dollar Tree. Watercolor pad for $3, and the pages are surprisingly sturdy. Good to know. Also got a couple packs of metal tags that I have been wanting. Awesome. I went in really quick. I don't even know why I went in. I'm not sure. I'm not sure why I went in a couple weeks ago. And food packaging. Okay. I'm gonna write it down. Food packaging. That is a great one. I don't think that's on the list, so I will check and yeah, and add it and then print it off, or handwrite it in. Nice. Let's see. New prompts. I'm gonna put here. That's a great one. And I don't offhand, I don't know that that's on here. Okay, and so I'm talking, and I pulled, paperclip. Paperclip, that's a good one. I haven't made any, have I? Oh, I guess last week we did a few little paper clips with some ribbon on them, but paper clips is for this week. Okay. Let me take that off. Great suggestion, Leanne. Okay, so that's this coming one. I will try to be better. I'm not always consistent, but I will try to post this on community tab here and then also on Instagram. And then follow up with, I usually try to follow up with what I made for the prompt. So this is what I made this week for belly band. I made it super quick yesterday morning. And I had, so Kim of Oh My Vintage, she posted something in our IG craft group, and it was like a collage, it was something with circles. I couldn't get circles out of my brain. I'm like, I have to do something with circles. So I made a belly band that's just collage with different types of circles. So I've been slowly building ephemera and ephemera type projects for a sewing theme journal that I probably want to do in the spring. So that'll be a series that we do together. So I'm trying to think ahead, like slowly making things that we can make together and I can share here on Thursdays. But basically it's just a collage. I got my paper cutter out. And so some of the images are from a vintage sewing book I have that's the jumping off point for the whole series, and cardstock. I have some craft paper. Oh, this is great paper too, this floral. That is an upcycle from a calendar that had really pretty floral designs, and I've been using that up slowly. So that's my make for this week. We'll get that out of the way. Okay, let me turn the camera around. And we'll get started. Oh my gosh, Angela, that would be, oh, Terry's here. Hello. Hi, Terry. Let's see, Diane said she's better, good, and her birthday, Sunday the 19th. So this past or coming up. Is it the coming up 19th or it was this past? Maybe it's October 19th. That's exciting. That's exciting. I'm so glad she's feeling better. Let's see what else. Oh, Oh, that's what you get in a foil pan. Yeah, and you went in to get a bunch of stuff. I feel like I don't know what I was like. Oh, that's what I went in looking for pens. I was looking for pens for the little Christmas journal. That's why I ended up going in. And I think all I bought were the pens. And surprisingly, oh, I found these great. Let me show them. Let me see if I can grab them. Where are they? I don't know where they are. They're on the other side, but let me show those because they're really cool. I was going to take a picture too and put it on Instagram. Ooh, do that, Angela. It'd be so beautiful. 19. That's a great age. That's an awesome age. That's exciting. Okay, let me turn this around. Let me see if I can find those bags. Oh my gosh. They had really, really cute. Let's see. Is it there? Okay, I have a lot of stuff going on here. Let me move this back. I feel like I have no room. Okay, I'm gonna leave that there. Let me see if I can get the bag because they were so cute. Oh, here they are. I mean, they're cutesy, but I thought they had a really fun sort of vintage vibe a little bit with the colors. And I don't know, they had, I don't know, maybe Angela saw too. I feel like they had maybe 3 or 4 designs in their paper, which I love. And it was an 8-piece, but isn't that cute? I think that's a really cute design. So I'll have to think of something for us to do with these. I mean, at the very least, you could cut out, you could do squares, you could do little fussy cuts. They would be great for collaging. But I'll come up with some, and shout out too, if you guys can think of anything that would be fun to make with these. But I love those. I love the look. Oh my God, I didn't even think about that. 19 on the 19th. That's exciting. Makes it even more fun. This Sunday. Oh, the 29th. 29th. Yeah, lots of birthdays. Oh, that's right. Yeah, Leanne said that yesterday. Wow, wow, wow. So 19 on the 29th. I didn't, Leanne. It's over there next to the bag. I just passed out. I passed out when we got home. Should I go grab it? Should I go grab it? Let me know. Let me know. It's over here. It's still on the bag of all the goodies. I was so bad I didn't open it, but only if you give me permission. But I have it right here. Yeah. If you give me the green light, then I will. Okay, I'll watch the chat. So sweet. So sweet of you to give me a card. Okay. Oh, first of all, I did want to share because I ran out of glue stick, but I found 2. Oh, I didn't do that very well. I found 2 sticks in my stash. So now I have a glue stick for a while. And Kathy, a couple weeks ago, we were talking about index cards and she was commenting how very thin the Dollar Tree ones are. So I glued 3 together with a glue stick just to show, like, here's the vintage one, right? So they're more substantial, and the Dollar Tree are super thin. But yeah, if you glue 3 together, it takes so many. It's actually thicker than the vintage one, but definitely goes to show you that things are not as good a quality and not made as well, modern things, as they were back in the day. So I'd love finding those vintage ones. Oh, should I? Okay. I'm gonna open. It's Halloween related. You got those too, Diane? Did you get any of the others or just those? Those were my favorite. I was like, well, I can't do, like, I have a lot. Oh, look at, oh my gosh. This is so cute, Leanne. Okay, I'm saving. I like how, so Leanne didn't write. She didn't write on the envelope. So I'm saving this. This is going to go in my Halloween envelope, which is down here. I just put it in. I just put it in there. It's next to me. So cute. Oh, Leanne. Oh my gosh. What is all this? Leanne. Oh my gosh, my friend. So Leanne was working on a Halloween journal, and I was saying, oh my gosh, all of those envelopes or bags, I guess I should call them bags. Look at this one. Is he fun or what? Happy Halloween. And I said the vintage ones are so hard to find. And she's sharing. Beautiful coffee dyed index cards. In fact, maybe we'll use some of these today because we have little circles in the cluster, and I'm using kind of like little cardstock thing. So we're going to use one of those today. My friend, look at these. Oh my gosh. Fun World, made in the USA. These are special. Oh. You are so sweet and generous. Look at that. Look at so cute. Isn't that card cute? That's going to go in my Halloween thing too. Oh, I love these. Thank you. Okay, I know there's a little message, but I'll just read it. I won't show everybody. Let me see what it says. But it does says, hope your Halloween is a whole latte fun. Oh, same, Leanne. Same. I love you, my friend. Same. Ditto. Oh, so sweet. Okay. Well, I think, you know what? I'm going to put this. It's going to go on. I have one of those like metal things, with the little clippies where you put. So far I only have 3 things. I have like a vintage Halloween card that I picked up somewhere in an estate sale, and like 2 things I've made. So this is going to go in there for the Halloween season. And then I bet if I put like cardboard or something in here, like inside the little sleeves, I bet they would be sturdy enough to put in there, right? So they don't flip flop. Thank you. Oh my gosh, Leanne, so sweet. We had such a fun time yesterday, didn't we? Oh. Let's see. Diane said she also got the spider web cupcake wraps. I didn't see those. I missed those. I might have to go back. I would think they had everything out, but I missed those. So I'm going to have to go. Okay. So I have the one out. This one I'm going to put back in here. I'm going to put this over here so it doesn't get lost in the shuffle. Okay. So here's the clusters. You're so sweet for sharing. So I know sometimes when we're making things, sometimes things I'm making are very journal centric, but I think with a lot of the paper crafting projects and collages, I do think they're quite multifunctional. So if you're a card maker, if you're a scrapbooker, obviously if you're doing junk journaling or art journaling, I think you can use a lot of the crafts that we do together on Thursdays in different ways. And so I just made a really quick coin envelope. We made these together a couple weeks ago in craft paper in this purple, and I just wanted to show how cute that is. So the clusters we're making today would be great to decorate envelopes, and obviously cards, greeting cards, gift bags, you name it. There's tons of ways that you can use them if you're not specifically a junk journaler. So I wanted to show that. I'm also going to put that up there. And then let's get started. I have a supply list down below, but supplies are very, very easy. My jumping off, as I said, inspiration was vintage dictionary pages. I use dictionary pages all the time as my glue pages here. As you guys have noticed, I have 2 really great vintage dictionaries. They're not super old. maybe 60s or something like that, 70s. And when I come, so I use them for glue pages, but when I come across images that I think are kind of interesting, I'll just rip it out or put the page aside and save it for crafting. But look at this one. Look at that skeleton. Now he's kind of big. I think he might be too big for a cluster. So I'm going to put this, in fact, I'm going to do it right now. I'll put this down in my Halloween bin or envelope down here. I'm going to stick him, but look at this one. This crow is amazing. This is a feather. So they don't necessarily have to be super Halloween. This is just an architectural one, which this kind of is too. I guess it's not architectural, but it's just kind of a design. And I thought it kind of had that vibe. So that's the jumping off point. But certainly if you don't happen to have a dictionary, but they're so cheap. I feel like people almost give them away. They're so super cheap out at the thrift stores, estate sales, garage sales. They're so easy to find. But if you don't have a dictionary, I also took some of that, my favorite paper, that longitude latitude paper I use all the time, and I just made a label out of a piece of it. And then I had some stamps that were, you know, bugs, beetles, butterflies, that kind of thing. So you can recreate the look. And then the other components we're doing some circles from index cards. These were some index cards I had in my stash that I think I had added, what do I want to say? Like ink. I don't know if I ink them. I'm not even sure how I got that look, but it was just in my stash. So just a paper punch and little fibers. We have some of those Tim Holtz little snippy labels that are so great to add. This one I added one of those little metal pronged, what do we call those? Fasteners in this one. And that's why I put a circle on the back. I just wanted to kind of glue that down. Here's another fun stamp. So super easy. And then another fun component along with the circles are just strips of interesting paper. So that kind of grounds it all. So same thing. The construction's pretty similar. I also grabbed some vintage, maybe that's even antique. I don't know how old that stamp is, but old stamps are great. Really anything. Oh, and then I stamped 31 on a piece of paper and just ripped it. So that's what that is. Let me put these here and let's get started. What else do I have here? Doilies would be great. I just kind of pulled out some stuff. Here's the thin Dollar Tree on some book pages. These are from that really great botanical book that we had done some projects. I think it was the week where we're like, let's see how much ephemera we can make from this one book. And I think Nettie had picked up that same book too at a thrift store. So, you know, black and white stuff that maybe you wouldn't normally use, but that gives a great vibe. Here's my little clippy of all the ones I'm saving, stamps. Oh, I pulled out some of these. These are the Dollar Tree time cards that I had coffee dyed. So I think those would be fun. Oh, here's that kind of index card where I cut all the circles out of. And here's another one I grabbed, but we're going to use Leanne's because we have it. And it's good. And fabric, little fabric scraps. Okay, so let's get started. Let's find, this one's kind of cool. Let's find a couple here. I think I pulled out a couple pages. For sure, I think that one's good. Oh, and the crow. We definitely need to use the crow. Let's find 3. I don't know if we'll get to 3. This one's good too. I think that one's interesting. Let's see, I'll stick those there. Oh, this one I don't want to use for Halloween, but look how, isn't that beautiful? I started making a little collection that had like birds and butterflies, so that will save for something else. Maybe that one. Oh, look at this. That one's so good too. That one's really good. in that one too for Christmas. Okay, I have all these great pages out, but I don't have any for my blue pages. So let me grab some that we necessarily don't care about so much. Here we go. So I have something to glue on. Okay, here we go. Oh, and this is what I wanted to show you too. So if you don't have dictionary pages and you have interesting book pages, I just stamped a bunch of label stamps over the top, and I grabbed some of those bug kind of creepy, maybe that's a spider there. And so that's what I used for the other one. I'm going to stick that over there. Okay. Okay, let's get our label shapes out and let's see what fits. That one may be too. I think that's too small. Maybe the oval. Ooh, that's kind of cool with the oval on that one. Actually, it would be that way. Let me see the next biggest square. I don't want to do circles because we have that other circle element. Oh, that one's big. Okay, that fits. So the square would, or the rectangle, big rectangle would fit. Ooh, maybe I like that better. And yeah, let's just do the square. I think that's easy for all of them. Okay. Does that fit there? I don't think I need this one. And let's grab the black ink. And we're just going to make a border. Ooh, it's hard to see. There we go. Let me see here. Come on, I can't move. Let me see. Yeah, I want to go back and look for the spider web cupcake wraps. Susie says, I don't do seasonal decorations anymore. I did that a lot when my kids were growing up, but now that I'm 71, it doesn't last long enough. Yeah, I passed the torch to my daughters. Oh, that's so fun. Did you hand off a lot of your decorations to your daughters? Which I think is fun. I have my mom was in it. She loved Christmas trees. She always had the most beautiful Christmas trees. She made a lot of handmade ornaments over the years, so we do have a lot of those. But she didn't go all out like I do. But I do have some of her kind of standalone Christmas decorations, and then I have this really great vintage pumpkin, and they were pumpkins that I collected a lot over the years, and I have one of hers too. But I said to Jim, I was thinking about that the other day. So it's now intermixed with mine, and I don't know which one was my mom's, and then the ones I was collecting because they're so similar. I wish I would have marked it, to pass it on to the kids once I do. Yeah. Oh, your kids say they miss all the decorations. Oh, great idea. Yep, 31. Oh man, I didn't even think about that. See, that's why I like hanging out with you guys. You always have fabulous ideas. I do have some of those older, I didn't save the pages from that great floral paper, and it's a little bit thinner. I think the only old calendar I have that I've been using as not cardstock, but it's super, super thick. So I've been backing things with it. I'll have to look in there. It is fun, right, Susie? So even if you're not decorating, it gets you in the feels, in the spirit of it all. Yeah. Let's see. Angela is making soup. Hi, Lisa. Welcome. We're so glad you're here. Welcome. Veggie enchilada soup. Oh, that sounds so good. Definitely a day for soup. Oops, I pulled that off. That's beautiful. That's super cool. Oh, so yesterday Leanne and I had lunch at is it Porto's? I might have said Pronto's. Now that I think about it, I might have said Pronto's in my thing. I better go back and look. Porto's Bakery. And Nettie, if Nettie's in here, she would know. Also, they're sort of a chain out here, and oh my gosh, it was so good. I had a Cuban sandwich, and Leanne had a salad, and so I brought part of my sandwich home. I couldn't finish it all, and Jim had a bite, and then Taylor ate the rest of it, and they were like, "Oh my gosh, this is so good." How were your empanadas? We picked up some kind of little pastry and empanadas they have. Oh my gosh, so good. Okay, let me get this on kind of straight here. I love this crow. Yeah, okay, yeah, Porto's. I better go back and look. Nettie, isn't Porto's good? Do you have one close by, Nettie? I think we went to Glendale. So after we left Pasadena, because Leanne was looking up lunch places, and I'm like, yes, let's go, because she hadn't been, and I had only been, I think, just once with Kate. Kate and I met at the one over by Knott's Berry Farm years ago, but we don't have one close by. No, we didn't try or get the potato balls. And Taylor, last night, she said to me, the potato balls are my favorite. So we have a lot of leftover food. Taylor had made a big batch of curry this week. It was Jim's birthday, so he wanted Italian food from his favorite restaurant. So we have that. So I didn't buy, but I think I did like 4 chicken empanadas I brought home, and then just 2 pastry kind of things, because we also have a cheesecake, like 3/4 of a cheesecake left over from Jim's birthday too. Oh, is that the one you used to go to? Okay, so would that be your closest one? Let's see. Leanne said empanadas are great. The pastry dough part is world class. I don't love the filling, but that's because I don't love green peppers. Okay, and I didn't even try them. Jim ate one. Maybe we have 3 left. Taylor just ate the rest of the sandwich. You got the chicken ones too. Yeah. Oh, so good. Yeah, I should have gotten the potato balls after she said that. Yeah, I think is that what they're maybe that's the most popular is the potato balls. I don't know. Okay, so we've stamped those. Let me do a little fussy cut. Where are my scissors? Scissors. I know you. Oh, right here. I know you're somewhere. You guys can see them. Okay. And usually I leave a little white space. I'm going to snug right up I'm going to snug right up to the edge of the black. Oh, now Evan Owen has me thinking about calendars. It's another thing to start saving. Oh, I do have, I like those kind of spiral bound calendars. That's what I use every year. And because I like to they always have, places for the daily to-do lists that I try to be consistent habit-wise, not always. Let me do a quickie and then I'll come in a little bit tighter. But I have a ton of those, I bet. Bet. And I just come in a little bit tighter because I don't like to see the kind of the distraction of the wording. if I leave that white border. Hopefully that makes sense. And the black ink, it pretty much covers it up, at least with this thin kind of white colored dictionary pages. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, because it wasn't, that makes sense when you lived in Pasadena. I think it was like 15 minutes. Maybe it was just a 15-minute drive. And Nettie will love this. They had a Goodwill, like kitty corner across the street. We saw it when we were sitting outside eating, and it wasn't too bad, right, Leanne? They had, I was impressed because my local Goodwill is not worth going in at all. And of course, the three of us went in that Goodwill, right, in Burbank last time Leanne came. But they had vintage, they had anthropology, they had some cute stuff. They had a bunch of Halloween. Even there, you know, we kind of looked at the clothes a little bit. Clothes were cute. So definitely that redeemed Goodwill a little bit for me. Okay, let's ink these up. Try to, I'm talking a lot today. I'm gonna grab the vintage photo. Just kind of grunge it up a little bit. I probably did a little too much on that one. Maybe a little less white. Oh, I love this crow. Okay, I think that's good. And then let's grab the black just to get rid of a little bit of that white that you see on the edges there. And then we'll start building. Oh, that we should have gone there. I feel like Salvation Armies are better. We have one kind of Redondo Beach area, which is further, and I rarely get over there. But I definitely think they have better inventory than the Goodwills here in the area. And of course, my closest savers, that's my favorite. I don't always find things, but I guess somewhat consistently, maybe every other visit. And I only go when I have things to donate. I like to get that 20% off coupon. Okay, so we have our little labels. Let's cut out some circles from Leanne's beautiful index card. Beautiful. I like the lines on here too. I think that adds a lot of cool. Oh, let me do one more. Let me do one more. Okay, stick that there. And let's ink these up a little bit, even though they're beautiful and coffee dyed, but let's add just a little bit more. What am I looking for? Here we go. Well, maybe we should repeat when you come again next time and we go on a weekend when Nettie can join us. We could do Portos again, and then we could do the Salvation Army. I think that sounds like a good plan. Because it was really good. And I've only, like I told Leanne, I've just had kind of the sweet pastry stuff there. I never had like sandwich or lunch kind of stuff, and it was really good. Okay, let's do a little black. We're just gonna repeat and repeat. Hi, Carrie. Hello. How are you, my friend? What are you up to today? You crafting? You always have such great content on your channel. Videos and hauls and friend mail. Great shorts. So I know you're always up to something fun. Okay, we're just gonna do this. We'll probably add a little bit more. Maybe we'll do some like purple, some orange in there, but we know those are gonna get paired up. Okay, let's find some of this vintage paper where we can do some long strips. I like that look with like the vertical and the horizontal and the sort of the rectangle and the squares. I think that has a super good look. Nettie, this is from that book. If you didn't hear, depending on when you came in, that botanical book, when we were doing that, like see how much ephemera we can make from one vintage book, and you were able to find that book too, I think. So this is just some of those black and whites from that book. In fact, like that might look familiar too. So that's one of those pages. And of course, if you don't have that, you know, this was a scan from a vintage French ledger kind of page that I had, or letter. So that's just a scan copy. Okay, so we got this. We have this going on. We got that. We got that. Let's see. Oh, you know, this would be super cool with the crow. So let's do one of these stamps. I like it how I had the little bug. So let's do that. Let's definitely do one of those. I still have that one out. So let's stamp a piece of that. Let's grab a piece of vintage book page. So let's do that on one. And I opened this yesterday. I had shared these, oh gosh, a while back. I don't know, when did I have those? Something I was making, I needed orange. And this one I had opened fresh. It was still in the wrapper. I think it was a 4-pack. So these are those Recollection dye ink pads that I think are a take on, you know, the Tim Holtz ink. And I have to say, I love the color, and it's stamped really well. Let me make sure that fits. Yeah. Last time when we were crafting with them, they're juicy. They have a lot of moisture to them. But I used this for the 31 and this one, and I think they did really well. That looks really good. There's some little dot there, but very, very, very impressed. Okay, let's do, where's my 31? Let's do a 31 on one. I don't know which one. What else could we do? And with these, I noticed if I put them on the block like this next to each other, they're too far apart. So I discovered the other day, at least for this number combination, it's better to stamp them one at a time. I can snug them up together a little bit better. Okay, there's that one. I feel like I'm repeating the 31 a lot. I need something else. Let me look at my stamp set. What could we do for the other one? Let's see. Let's see if there's something on here that would maybe be figure. Okay, this is going to be the pointy finger. We'll do the 31 on one of those. Let's just try this. Let's just do one of these little things. It doesn't have to make sense, I guess. Nothing ever has to make sense. This little receipt one. Let's try that. I don't have Halloween stamps. Let me see here. We'll make something interesting. Oh, 13, yes. You're crafted. Good, Carrie's crafted. Oh, nice. Early November. Okay. It's a date. It was a date. Yeah, 13 would be good too. Okay, let's try that. I could get my little stamp, letter stamps out, but we will stick with this. Okay. This one I'm going to fussy cut. Oh, I'm very nasally today. Oh, you need more light? Yeah. Sun is starting to come out, so now I feel like it's starting to feel a little bit muggy again. It was a little muggy yesterday, huh? A little bit. Well, not muggy. What am I trying to say? What is the word? There's a lot of moisture in the air. Still definitely hot here in Southern California. Okay, there's our finger. And then these we're just going to rip. So I'm going to do like a first quick rip and then get a little bit tighter. Let's save that in case we need that for something. Okay. That's good. Yeah, sun's definitely coming out. In fact, I'm going to open the door. I feel a little, I need a fan too. I feel like I'm getting sweaty. Probably because I have these sweatpants on. That was a miscalculation. Let me go open the door. Let me get some fresh air. I think that'll help a little bit. It does say 74 on the thermostat across the room. Okay. Let me see. Tear it down a little bit more. Okay, let's ink all of these up. Let's do our little foldy thing. Just kind of age them. Make them look a little bit older. No rhyme or reason. I like this pointing finger one. I think it's really fun. We could even let's bend that one even a little bit. All right, now let's take a little bit of our black. And then let's add something a little bit more to our index card circles. Let's get a little bit more color in here. Let's see, where's the purple? Let's maybe add a little bit of purple. I don't know how this will look, but this is kind of a little fun. It's like little circles. Let's see what that looks like. Ooh, that one's very juicy. Okay. Oh, that's kind of cool. I think that's kind of a cool look. We don't know how much is going to show. It's kind of neat. Little like reminiscent of a moon, I think. I'll just go with that with all of them. What else do I have out here? I always have this stamp out. Let's see. I feel like I want a little, I don't know if I want to use that. Let me look at that texture one. Let's bring a little bit of orange. Oh, we could do like writing, like a little bit of text might be fun, right? Like a little bit of, what do I have? What do I have that would do that? You know what I mean? Like, oh, all my stamps are turned around. I know what I'm thinking. Oh, like this. Like a little bit like that. Oh, and these are those bugs. So those are the bug stamps. Let me grab this one. I think I have some smaller. Oh, this one. No, this one's better on this mushroom one. That other one is awfully big. Let's grab that one. Stick those in there. And maybe let's do it in what? Walnut? Maybe let's try it in walnut. Let's see what that looks like. I have no idea what's up or down. I guess it doesn't matter. That's with that. The other day I had all the lids off of everything, and then I couldn't tell what color they were. I'm not sure. And I don't think it says on the back of them. I should write on there. Okay, so we have our walnut. Oh, that's cute. You guys can kind of see that. That's fun. Okay. That one. That's neat. Okay, I think that's that. Keep those. Keep track of those. All right, let's add a little bit of orange onto our circle / moon / whatever they are. Pretty. And I love that they're the index cards that Leanne made for me. Let's see. M&O and Amy says maybe make little cauldrons with bubbles or test tubes. How would I do that? Let's see. Leanne says on the back of the Ranger inks, they abbreviate the color names. Oh, they do? Like on the big ones? Oh, maybe like, see, this says peeled paint on the big ones, but the little ones, unless this means something. Wait. Oh, it does. I'm dense. Antique linen. Let's see if I have them right. Well, no, what would that be? Oh, walnut stain. See, look, I have them wrong. Vintage photo. This is the walnut. Oh my goodness. Okay. Duh. Black soot. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. See, I need you all. I don't know what I would do. I don't know what I would do without you guys. Okay, we have that. Okay, let's ink this. Let's give this a little bit of an ink. Where is my vintage photo? I have the big vintage photo too, but I just have the little ones next to me. Let's give that a little bit of ink. Yeah, how would I make a little cauldron? I could probably have Taylor, maybe she would make, because she's better at drawing, with the rubber erasers. You know how we made the hand carved stamps out of the Dollar Tree erasers? I could probably totally have her do something cute. She made that really cute house. I have to remember that for Christmas. She made an adorable one that was a house, and I made some really cute, maybe did we do that last year too? Some cute clusters or something I made with the house. They were very Halloween vibe. Okay, so we have all our components. All right, let's start building some of these. And then we could add more things in. Definitely. Oh, you know what? I forgot a step. So with this thin dictionary paper, I just think it's too thin. I don't think it's substantial enough. I forgot that little step. And I have all these because I used to use these. Are those thin Dollar Tree ones. I'm going to glue these really quick on here and then do another little fussy cut. I just think they need to be fortified a little bit, especially if you're making them and then you're not gluing them to something else quick enough. I just think they would wrinkle and not hold up well, depending on how you have them stored. So let's take a little extra time and do that. I forgot I did that the other day. I actually had a whole different project in mind for us today, and I was just very short on time this week, and I started working on it a little bit, and it just wasn't coming together. So I had to do these. And actually, I wasn't even the original direction too. I was going in with these. It was like something different. So this thankfully morphed over time and became better too. I don't know. Are you guys like that? I find yeah, I'm not, and I think it's an age thing too. I don't do as well when I have a really hectic schedule. I guess I've gotten used to having the last year or so. I like things when they're kind of calm and steady. But I find if I have a week that's really busy, my brain doesn't focus as well. I like feel a little frazzled. Maybe blocks my creativity a little bit. So, when you have so many things going through your mind and things you got to keep track of and remember. Definitely blocks my mojo. But everything going on this week, super fun. We had Jim's birthday. So we've had family stuff, and I got to be with Leanne yesterday. And we, as a family, we're all going to the Angels game tonight, which is super fun. I've never been to an Angels game. We are celebrating my brother-in-law's retirement. We already took him out to dinner, but this is a family night. And then we're also have something else coming up next month as well. But it's going to be fun because, we're a Dodger family. The four of us are big Dodger fans. And my brother-in-law is an Angels fan. He loves Angels. And the Angels play out of Orange County. And my mother-in-law was a huge Angels fan. So she was Angels, my brother-in-law. And then Jim and I and the kids were Dodgers. We're Dodgers fans. So I don't know. Taylor took my Dodger hat this morning. I think she's going to wear it. But our kind of star player, Otani, he actually was on the Dodgers, and he was my mother-in-law's, like, favorite. We had bought her she had, like, Ohtani T-shirts and stuff, but now he plays with the Dodgers, so I guess that's kind of I do have an Ohtani, T-shirt, but I don't know if I'm brave enough. That's probably not good, right? You're probably I mean, they're not playing the Dodgers, but you're probably not supposed to wear I think it would just be kind of a funny aha, I think, to my brother-in-law, like, tease him a little bit, but I'm not sure if I should sit in the Angels Stadium with Dodger gear on. Oh, does she, Nettie? She likes the Angels? Yeah, my mother-in-law, oh my gosh, she like, when I think of the Angels, I always think of her. Back in the day, it's so funny. So my mother-in-law, um, I would say maybe in her 50s, 40s or 50s, she used to go to the Angels games with her girlfriends, like her friends from work, her girlfriends from work, and I think it was a Wally Joyner. She had some Angels player that she just, like, was crushing on. She just, I mean, she's like was a sport. She loved sports. She loved sports when she was a little girl too. So she loves playing sports and enjoyed watching sports. But she told us all these stories. They used to go to the games and then they would be interviewed by like the local, radio station and the news station and stuff. And she would like worm her way in. So she was like standing there where the cameras were. And we have some really cute pictures of her. It's like so funny. So funny. Yeah, they are. They are, Leanne. They are kind of close. They're very close in color. Oh, I love that Jordan loves the Angels. That's fun. Okay, I think we're good. I might no, let's add some green. Let's add some green. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit of green on these because why not? So I'm using peeled paint. Let's just add a little bit, zhuzhing, a little bit more on these. Kind of bringing all the colors in. I'm even going to put a little bit of green on these because why not? Why not? Okay, I like that. And I'm going to grab a little bit of the vintage photo. Okay, all right, I think that's enough. Okay, now let's start building. So we know we're going to have hopefully you guys can see that. So we're going to have the crow. It's probably going to be around there somewhere. Let's grab one of our circles. And we're just, let's see, which one do I want with what? Do we want, you guys let me know. Do you want the 31 with that one? So 31 with A or 31 with B? I don't know how we want to do those. I just said they're not like specifically Halloween. Okay. And then I think this will go somewhere back here. Let's see how we like that. Likey. That's good. We'll probably grab some sort of label. We'll add a label in too. So that one will go there. And we have there. So we have to decide 31. 31 is going to go there or with that one. And let's grab some material. Maybe the black. Let's look. Oh yeah, I like the black. Ooh, I hear a crow outside. I don't think you guys can hear it. We have a lot of those really huge crows. They're like chickens. They're so big. And I hear one right now. Okay, we have a little bit of black. Let's get a little bit of this cheesecloth. Ooh, we also have, ooh, that might be fun. I have a little, so I like to use this tool for my Etsy packages and gifts and stuff like that. So I always keep these little offcuts when I'm making the bow if it's too long. So I always keep these little things, and then I just come over and I throw them in my jar here. Let's do a little bit of that, a little bit of that. I wish I had purple. I feel like I don't have a lot of purple material. Oh, right here. Ooh, this is good. I take that back. Look at this that I just found in my fabric. That is amazing. It's like batik. So we have purples and oranges. Oh my gosh, this is good. Forgot I had that. That's perfect. Okay. Oh, that's not very purpley, is it? Let's go up here more. It's kind of blue. Well, that was a fun surprise. Let's rip this down a little bit. What does she like about the angels? Is there like a player that she loves, or does she like because of the name? Love that. Okay, let's see here. Oh, also, I did not. Taylor has been so. Oh, it is open. Oh my gosh, what is going on here? She's had such a hectic class schedule, so I haven't been able to ask her about, oh, that was an avalanche. I haven't been able to ask her about the putting the stuff in the Fabri-Tac. What is that? Acetone, like acetone. And I think she has some, so I wanted to wait to use her kind of artist grade, paint grade before I put a nail polish remover in there. So I haven't done that, but I grabbed this one out because I filled up my art glitter. I keep a bigger bottle and then just use this little one. But the top was already cut off of this, so that's good. Okay, let's build our little thing here. I'm going to make this smaller. I don't know how we're going to do the little cluster, but it's probably going to be, yeah, something like that. Let's take a little bit of our tool. Actually, I'm going to put a little bit of this purple, I think, on here. Ooh, that's really coming out. We're like one extreme to the other. Last week, it was like paint drying. There's probably enough on there that I could just stick that to it. I don't need to. Oh my goodness. Here. Let's just do that. See what happens. All right. So there's our very gluey. We just have a little messy bundle there. That one's going to go on that one. Okay, so let's build this one and then we'll move on to the other. So I'm going to figure out kind of where I like the finger. So I like the crow is standing on there. So let's put those two together and then we'll kind of work our way around. Oh, that's good. Okay. Let's see. Larry grew up. Oh, it was up here. Larry grew up in OC, and it was his team. Jordan has liked them since she was little. Sammy Sosa. Oh, I love it. That's a familiar name to me too. That's a good, that's like that's a good, like, has a ring to it, right? Oh, I like that. Well, that happens too, right? When our parents or grandparents like certain teams, I think that's kind of a given. I think a lot of times the kids tend to gravitate. My grandpa, my mom's dad, was a huge Dodger fan and a big USC fan, USC football. So he loved both. He didn't attend USC, but my dad did. So that was kind of fun when my parents got married. And my dad came back after being drafted. He attended USC. I feel like we're missing something. No, I don't think so. Okay, so that's probably going to come up here somewhere. And then maybe we'll put another little label. Okay, so let's glue this behind here. Do I want it that way? Yeah, let's move it over this way a little bit. Yeah, so I have fond memories of going to Dodger games with my papa and stopping at Felipe's downtown LA and eating before going to the game. Oh, that's not very straight. That's super crooked, but we're going to be okay with it. Okay, I like the little cluster there. And then let's see if we have room for one of these little things here. Ooh, I kind of like that. That may be it. Kind of like that up there. I like that too. Let's see, do we have something in green? Oh, that's I kind of like that too. Okay, I definitely feel like the cluster should be there. So let's just go ahead and glue that down. And let's put a little bit of an angle here. Let's see, did anybody say yet? I have to go back and look. Did anybody like the 31? Do you guys like it with this little, I don't know what that is. What is that? That's is it a griffin? Intaglio. I feel like it's, I don't know what it is, like a little griffin. So do we like the 31 with the griffin or this, what is that? A mirror. I don't know what that is. Oh, I didn't know that, Nettie. I didn't know that connection. Okay, so he graduated from SC. It is a professor there. How fun. Oh, your mom too? Oh, wow. So you guys have big connection. Wow. Yeah, my papa, he just was, had lived in California his whole life and Los Angeles for much of it. And I don't even know. I wish he was here. I could ask him. He just loved USC. None of his brothers, nobody had attended. So I don't know where just that love came. And then that was probably a happy surprise when my dad got back. After being drafted and then decided to go to college there. I bet Papa was pretty happy about that. Maybe there. Wow, you guys have yeah. Do you attend games? Does Larry go to games and stuff like that? My dad and stepmom, they not as much anymore now that they're in the desert, but yeah, they have lots of friends that went there, and they used to go to games a lot. I've only been to a couple over the years. Yeah, OC is Orange County. Sorry, all the like the abbreviations we're using. SC for USC. OC. Okay, not quite sure. Maybe there. I think I like that. Maybe we're just going to do the green one. Sorry, I'm so froggy today. Okay, let's put that there. I like that. Okay, I think that one is pretty much done, although I do kind of like that. But I feel like that's too busy, right? Sometimes, I guess we could go down there. That might be an option. Sometimes I feel like I make things too busy. I think that's maybe a little bit stuff hanging. What do we think? Should we put that down there? That might be good. So yes, if you think. I'm going to stick that up here. And then we'll okay, I don't think anybody said. Let's see. Nettie said used to have season tickets way back when, but then the kids' sports got in the way. Yes. And they're very expensive, right? It's becoming very, very expensive. So crazy, I have to say. I'm sure when my grandpa was going was not at all like the cost of the tickets now. Okay, we like that. So I'm just sort of repeating a little bit, kind of that same formula. So we're going to put our little moon there. And let's get another strip here. Once you find something that's pretty pleasing to the eye, it makes it much quicker just to mass make a little bit. Let's see here. Oh, actually, I think I like that. Something about that I like. So maybe I'm just gonna decide here. Let's try that one. Yeah, let's do that one. I don't know. It's a receipt. It's a mirror. Maybe some kind of furniture-y thing. So let's go with that for those two. And then we can have, I love this purple material. So let's have some of that. Let's see, what did I do with the black? Let's see if orange looks good with any of these. This is good. This is very rippy here. So it's kind of almost looks like string. Has that great look. Yeah, maybe we'll even put the cluster down there. Let's see. Yeah, let's grab more of this. My hands are so I keep rubbing my hands. Let's grab a little bit more of this. So we have this at the ready. Plenty of this cheesecloth. Okay. And we don't even need to do a cluster. We could just put a little bit of the like cloth behind too. Let's see. Maybe that's what we'll do on this one. We'll just kind of put it a little bit behind the 31. We'll maybe put a little bit of that. And maybe a little bit of the, I think that's a good plan. Okay, let's glue both of these together. Oh, I forgot this one too. I had a little circle cut out. Maybe that might work on one of these too. I totally forgot about that. Okay, I think that's good. And actually, sometimes it feels like the food at these venues is sometimes more, well, it's not more than the tickets, but we're very, very blessed and fortunate. Jim's work has tickets and has season tickets, so we get the benefit of that with the Dodger game, which is why we go so often. But we definitely would not be, we wouldn't be going as often as we do if we weren't able to use those. Okay, I'm gonna glue, maybe this is a little bit too much, a little thickish here. So that's the only reason why we go often. Well, not often, maybe a couple times a year. And they're seats that the company's had for, I don't know, 30 years, very long time. They've had the seats. Let's do a little bit of that. Everything is sticking to my fingers with that explosion from the glue bottle. Okay, let's stick a little bit of that. Doesn't need much. There. These would be really fun too with, you know, if a lot of us have those like Halloween stickers too, I think you could use those as elements in here. Tickets, if you just have those carnival tickets, that could be your orange element. I definitely need to go through my calendar and look for those Octobers and 31s. Amy suggested. Okay. I think that's really cute. Okay, and I think we could probably use a little label or something down below. Ooh, that one, I like the color. It's blue. I like that turquoise. Yeah, let's just go with that one. I think that's good. Okay, let's rough the edges up a little bit. Oh, you can hear the birds? Yeah, it's a very nice perk. They used to do big fishing trips every year too, but like deep sea fishing trips when I first met Jim. And that, so they had the deep sea fishing and the Dodger tickets that, you know, because they have lots of customers and it's a business that, you know, has a lot of that kind of stuff too. And they don't do the fishing anymore. I think a lot of people just weren't fishing as much, or everybody kind of aged out of the hobby a little bit, but ooh, I'll stab myself. Okay, I like that. But very fun that they have the tickets. And as the kids have gotten older too, they've gotten super into it. So that's a fun thing to share, and with our friends and my parents. Also my parents are big Dodger fans too. And we have friends that are a lot of friends that are Dodger fans. There we go. I think that's cute. And then what happened to that little envelope I made? I don't know if that'll fit, but that's just an example of, you know, something that you could do. And you could add some other elements. You could kind of keep going, but I think that has a really cute look. Maybe a little bit, you know, empty there. You could add some other labels or do a little something there, or Halloween, you know, that kind of thing. But I think it's a good start. Okay, did anybody say they like this? I don't know that anybody said, but I'm gonna glue it on there. It's always that, when to stop. I like the color of it though. Okay. Thank you, Leanne. Yeah, I thought these were cute. Oh, we kind of covered up the crow a little bit, didn't we? I just noticed. Let me give a little bit of a trim here. And I noticed that he's like kind of covered up. Let's unearth him a little bit. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, we can see our crow a little bit better. Yeah, I think these are fun. These will be good to have in my stash. I don't have a Halloween journal going on, and I haven't made a specific Halloween journal, but I definitely have enough little ephemera projects and things we've made over the years. Definitely getting my stash together. So it's probably about time. Cute. So we got that one. We have this one. I feel like this one needs a little, let's see, do we want another? Ooh, what's this one here? I feel like that one needs a little something else. Yep, we're gonna do it. I think it's a good something there. We'll rough that up. Do you all, those that decorate for Halloween or you know, make junk journals, do you like the cute vintage style Halloween? Do you like scary spooky? Like what is your favorite vibe? Even decorating at home too. Definitely mine is more on the cute. I don't like kind of the creepy scary. So I like more of the vintage, definitely vintage, kind of cute Halloween, I guess. Cute. Okay, I like that. Cute. I just said cute. Okay. Now let's build this last one here. See what we go. I feel like this one maybe would be fun to have a stamp. Let's see if we have a stamp that's not overly big. Like that one. Let's see if we can make it work. Purple. We could do green. I don't know if I had green out. I don't think I do. No, I don't like that. Okay, so let's see. Evanoni, okay, she loves creepy. Carrie loves cute, and then Nettie loves cute with a little bit of creepy. Yeah, do I guess? I mean, what do we, oh, that's another good question. What is creepy? I mean, I guess I do spiders. I don't do like vampire-y, like blood drips. I guess. I don't know what is creepy. I mostly have, I'm trying to think of like stuff I have in my collection, like cats, ghosts. I do have some witches, but maybe they're more on the, I don't think I have skeleton. I don't have a lot of skeleton things. We used to have those really good big skeleton that we used to put out in the front yard, and it just kind of fell apart. I was bummed because he was really good. I don't even know. I think Jim might have recycled him. We should have tried to fix him because he was really good. Let's see. Nettie said she made a wreath a few years ago that is black and purple flowers with eyes. I love that. Were the eyes like in the middle of the flowers too? Yeah, that vibe is really cute. Oh, fishbowl full of doll parts. Now I would do that too. I haven't not been lucky. Every time I go to the thrift store, mostly Savers, I look at the dolls, but I'm probably not diligent enough. But I do want to find a really good creepy doll head, and I haven't been successful to find the right one, because you want the ones where the eyes, right, when you take it apart, the eyes aren't there. So I've been on the hunt for a lot of years for a good one. And I love the doll part. So I totally would do that. Okay, so Evan Owen is, so her creepy is more goth. So you do so you're definitely doing like what do I want? Like the black cheesecloth, and I'm totally getting your whole vibe, which is still cute. Can I say cute? Can I say that's cute? I still like that vibe. I probably don't do that as much either, because when the kids were little, right, always decorating, and so I kept it cuter, I think, for them, and then I just gravitated towards that. So I definitely let's see. Angela said she just put up some cutesy window clings. Oh yeah, apothecary jars are super good. I love that whole kind of laboratory apothecary jars. Like I love that whole grungy, vintage, antique vibe. I like that vibe too. Let's see. Oh, okay. Okay, so you have Monster High dolls, Bleeding Edge goth dolls, Living Dead dolls, and some vintage dolls. Okay. So you probably do the whole remake too. Do you do that where you paint their faces and make them all super cool? Yeah. That's a really fun vibe. So maybe I don't know, maybe I'm not necessarily super cute if I want a creepy doll head. One day I will find one. Okay, so I feel like I kind of like that. Let's see, where would the postage stamp fit in? Might be too big. Oh, that might work. I think that's okay. Guess we could go this direction too. We could change it up. We don't have to keep going to the left. We could go to the right. Let's get more of that floral showing. A little more interest there. Let's see what happens. We go this direction. Oh, I like that. Kind of like that. I think that's not too bad. Is it my favorite? Maybe not, but we're going to go for it. Okay. Maybe what I'm going to do is I'm going to rip the top of his head. I'm going to rip a little bit of that postage stamp just to make it a little bit. He's a little missing part of his head there. Oh, the purple color. Is that this? Oh, the color. This is Dusty Concord. I think this is a really nice purple. So it came out a little bit dark. So this was that coffee dyed index card from Leanne, but I think it's a pretty good purple. Let me show you just, oh, I guess I have it on there too. Oh, you can't tell, but here's what it looks like right here against a pretty white background. So it's not like funsy purple, but it has, I think, a little bit of a, maybe a little bit of a vintage, darker, like moodier vibe to it. I think it's a good. Okay, that's that. Where, oh, my beheaded, here's my guy here. Yeah, I think it's a good purple. And I kind of got it from by default. I didn't really know what kind of purple, like exactly what it was going to be. And I think I had picked it up from Dick Blick's last year when Taylor and I had to go over there for her to get some craft supplies or canvases or something she was looking at. And they happened to have them in there, or had them, and I was kind of happy to see that. Okay, that's probably going to go right about there, I think. Let me make sure. I'm indecisive on this one. No, I think I'm going to go this way because I like how it's kind of butting up against that. And I'm going to add more, but I think I'm going to put a little of this cheesecloth behind here because why not? Yeah. Okay. Oh, do you hear the kitty? That's Thor. That's that. Should I go get him, pick him up? That's that neighbor. The neighbor cat. What are you doing, honey? You want to come in? You want to come in? Okay. Okay. Come on. Come on. Come on. Do you want to say hello to the people? You want to say hello? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Can they see you? Can they see you? Let's see here. I don't know if he'll stay in my lap. Can you guys hear him purring? Oh my goodness. Let me see. What are you doing? What are you doing? Let's change the camera around. Yeah. I don't know. Can you see him? What are you doing? Oh no. Oh no. So this is our neighbor, kind of like our JoJo, who couldn't be contained and was everywhere and with everyone, and now lives with my friend Kiki. So this boy is kind of the same. So he belongs to a family maybe a block away. My glasses are falling off. And so yeah, he's at our house all the time. And we have coyotes in our area. They're on our street. They live up the street. They're everywhere. It's actually very scary and problematic. So they know. So if he shows up at night, we let him in and he sleeps here rather than him being out, because there's no guarantee that he feels like going home. And he has a very lovely home, but he's one of those kind of boys. So yeah. Is yours too bright, Nettie? Yeah. This is a good one. Dusty Concord is definitely good. Yeah. Isn't he beautiful? He's a sweet boy. He's a sweet boy. He's so pretty. But he has that very He has that very kind of guttural, or he has that guttural um meow. So it's hard to like, are you happy? Are you it looks like he's complaining all the time. And so in Cha-Cha, right? Because we lost our Kai. I don't know how long has it been, maybe 4 months ago. So we just have the one inside cat, Charlie, aka Cha-Cha, and he does not go outside. He's never gone outside. He's always been an indoor cat, and he so wants to be best friends with Thor and cuddle with him, and because that's how he was with Kai, that's all he knows. And so they'll sit close together. Thor, they don't fight. He kind of meows at him. I think it's just to kind of keep Cha-Cha a bit at a distance. So they'll be in the same room, but Cha-Cha he just wants to cuddle and be best friends with him. Maybe, but as I told the family, we don't want another cat. We're not trying to take him. We don't want to adopt him, but I would rather have him. Like, I probably shouldn't have let him in right now. I wanted to show you guys, but I would rather have him safe, particularly from the coyotes. And we kind of have we have like a neighborhood kind of texty thing going on with the coyotes. And they're just like in front of our house. They're right in front of his house all the time. So there's a house that, some people moved out of. I guess they moved to another city here in LA, and their house has just been empty, and they have a big deck. We think it's under the deck, but coyotes, I think they have a den, and I think they had puppies. And so now they're just here. And yeah. And we had that other little black cat, Michael, that we used to feed, who was just a stray. I think he was just feral, like a feral stray. His ear was clipped. And so there was like 3 or 4 of us that used to feed him. And we have not seen him since we got back from Guatemala, maybe even before. And I've had other neighbors stop and ask too, like if we've seen Michael. And I asked Thor's dad too, and he hasn't seen that, because it's like, there's just that those are the only 2 cats that we have that are kind of wander around. So I think, I don't know. I don't like to think that, but I think maybe Michael did it. I don't know. I think maybe he didn't make it. So that makes us really, really sad. This might be too much here. Let's see. What is it? Maybe the purple's too much. I don't know. I'm still hoping that he just, let's do these. What are these called? These little prongy things. I never can remember the name of anything. Yes, and he's so comfy, and he purrs so loud. Yeah, it was funny because I was walking with my neighbor Kiki, and then we walked past their house, and the owner, he happened to come out. And so I said, "Oh, are you, the store belonged to you?" And I said, I have met his wife. I said, "I met your wife." And so she, knows he's over here. And so we exchanged phone numbers and had a whole conversation. But while we were talking to him in the front yard, here comes Thor. So like, speak of the devil, here he comes. And so he picked him up, and I said, well, and he's like, I'm taking him inside right now. And he said they were even putting food out for him, to kind of have him come home. But of course, the coyotes eat that, I'm sure. So anyway, so I think they kind of kept him inside and contained him because we didn't see him for a couple of days. But then here he comes. He's back again. And I would like him to be home. I would like him to be in his own home and happy there. because we've actually talked about getting a kitten, maybe, or like a teenagery cat, because Cha-Cha's lonely, and I think he would love to have a brother again. But with Thor around all the time, it kind of keeps us from thinking about that or doing that. So I would like him to go back home. And I think they have like a baby or younger. I kind of like that, like a younger, like a toddler, and then they have a huge like Marmaduke dog that's like a small horse. It's huge. So I don't know if there's just too much going on at his house, which is what happened with JoJo. We had JoJo, and then Jim had brought Kai and Cha-Cha home from his work, like rescuing them from his work. And JoJo was fine when they were younger, and he wasn't happy. He was like, he wants to be the only child, which he is at our friends. So I feel like I want green. Let's see. What was I looking for? I have something in here. That. I want that. Not pink. Not all this. Oh my gosh. Way too many scraps here. Do you guys do that? I keep all these little things and I just shove them in this jar, but it's so much. But I dig in here all the time. I find treasures. Let's see, we don't need all that. Well, I have fabric in there. I keep that one for my ribbon, and then I have a bigger one. So let's see if we can do something with this little green. I feel like I want it a little bit, and I like that, whatever that. It's kind of antique-y there. Let's see. Yeah, let's do it like one of these little paper fastener things. Okay, let's try to glue some of this stuff down here. Anyway, it's a saga of the cats. It feels like that's all we talk about here. We talk about the cats, talk about the cats with the neighbors, talk about the cats with the kids. We're all we're all into the cats. Like, I wonder where he went right now. Ryan's home. He doesn't have school today. Maybe he went in to go find him. He really likes Ryan a lot. Ooh, way too much. Way too much. Okay. Way too much glue. You like hearing, I know. Leanne loves the kitties. Well, you love them too, but I know you love the kitties. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice because we all, especially Michael too. I think, I don't know. I saw a post one time, and I think that's why we call him Michael, because we think the owners named him Michael Jackson, but he was so many blocks over. And I messaged the people on Nextdoor and said, I think that he's always in our neighborhood. And then there's some other friends that Kiki knows that are on another block, and they've been feeding him for a long time. But I don't think he went home anymore. I think he was just here, but not like you. Well, Jim maybe could kind of pick him up, but he definitely had that feral kind of way about him. You had to, it didn't necessarily bite, but like he didn't like his tail touched, and definitely, I mean, this guy's a big love bug for sure. I'm trying to get rid of a little bit of that. Maybe I have too much going on. Okay, let's do that. And then let's put one of these little thingies in there. Where's my, let's see. Let's do there. It's hard to get through all that glue. Well, what are you doing, mister? You want to go back outside? What are these called? How come I can't think of that? Paper fasteners? Is that what they're called? What? Well, let me get a dark one. I don't like that light one. Yeah, he's definitely. I mean, he'll tell Chacha like you're too close to me, or and I think it's protection mode because Charlie's a little bit bigger than him. Well, we just weighed him. We weighed him beginning of the week, and he's like 14 pounds. So, and I don't think Thor's maybe 12-ish. I don't know. It's hard to tell. Oh, I'm going to take a little. We didn't put any of these little circles in, but I think that's okay. But this is another fun component. If you have like a little paper cutter, or buttons would be super, super cute. I also could have done buttons, but so there's one of the little circles there. And because I was working on that belly band, and I was using the little circles for that too. I guess that one I didn't. This one I did. So that's another fun thing too. You could add buttons, or you can add like little tiny circles, and we could even put one of these in the middle. I think would actually be pretty cute on that circle one. But I'm just going to glue this circle to the back. Just as a little protection, because chances are I'll be gluing it down to another substrate. So that's kind of it. Michael, yeah, I'm pretty sure it is I'm going to say is Michael Jackson, because he does this little like moonwalk with it. He does this little prancy thing with his feet. So it's like the little Michael Jackson moonwalk. So I'm pretty sure. And because we couldn't pick him up, we were calling him Kitty Girl. We didn't know if he was a boy or girl. So then we were like, okay, Michael Jackson, and then it just became Michael. And our like all the other neighbors, or some of them, say Michael Jackson. And then the neighbors like 2 blocks over, he's Midnight. that's what they named him. So that's what they call him. But I hope he's okay. Thor's dad said that like maybe 2 blocks over, like down another street across from where he is, that he knows there was a lady down there that was feeding Michael too. So I hope he was a sweet little guy and super tiny. He is a tiny cat, like full grown, but real tiny. So maybe kind of like a runt. So this is what we made today. I think that one's cute. That was the one I was struggling with the most, but I think that turned out really cute. So there you can kind of see it against something. Let's see, where's the others? Here's another one that we made today. That one's fun. I love the crow. I wish I had a rubber stamp that's the crow, because that's one and done. Although I do have the other dictionary, so chances are I don't think I've used it. So I do have a second crow. So I could get into that dictionary for sure. And then here's the other one. I think that one's my kind of least favorite. We could do a little something more on that one, but that's it. So those are the 3. Let me hold them up. Oh, is it looking a little blurry? I wonder if it's doing that. Oh, it is. Look at what's happening. I see it on my phone. Let's see if it clears up. Maybe Ryan is on the internet. That's interesting. my computer screen, it's fine, but I see what you guys are talking about. So, but maybe that's our time. Can you guys hear me well? Okay. So we will say our goodbyes then. That's my guess. Maybe he's watching a movie or something. So here's our, how cute is that? That's a great little flat lay there. Oh, we're good. Okay, so I think we're not blurry anymore. I think we look like we are coming back. But how cute is that? I'm going to take a picture of this and put this on Instagram and community tab. That's cute. That is really good. And we need one to go that way. But it's, yeah, better now. It may be, that's what I'm thinking. I bet was probably, or he might be, if some of his other friends, he might be playing a video game or something. So aren't those cute? I love these. These were just by happenstance, and I wasn't liking the direction, and I just kept working with it. So they were a happy accident, but I think they're super cute. So I can't wait to add these to a journal page or cards or friend mail or something like that. So I think those are cute. Okay, let me turn the camera around. No idea what I'm looking like. Oh, he's just walking around. He's meowing. I think he wants, but he probably ate and he wants back outside, is what I'm thinking. I don't know if you guys can hear him, but he's so funny. So Leanne and I are doing, well, we haven't officially, we talked a little bit really quick when we were saying our goodbyes yesterday. So I don't know, I have to message Leanne, and we'll have to work it out because I know she's, has to go back home and travel back home. But we definitely want to do a live haul with the goodies that we picked up from the craft supply thrift store tomorrow. So we might do that next Thursday. If I think Leanne said she was available next Thursday because I think she'll be home already. So maybe instead of doing a craft, we will do a little fun live stream together and do a haul. And I had also suggested it, and I didn't reach out to Nettie. I had said something briefly to Leanne when the three of us had gone, like after the fact. I thought it would be fun, but I just couldn't pull it off. I think that, I don't know. What did we have? Was I getting ready for a trip? I don't know what it was, but I think I just couldn't pull it off with other stuff going on. So I said, oh, I'm just going to do a video. Maybe Nettie will join us when we go next time when Leanne is out in November. So I think, yeah, let's see. Oh, okay. Okay, good. So that's what we're officially doing. Next week, Leanne will be joining me. I don't know if I guess we'll do it here because it's Thursday, so we don't disrupt people that are coming Thursday. So Leanne is officially joining me next week, and that's what we'll be doing. And that's good too. I told Leanne, because then it gives me a chance to kind of get back ahead. And see, I keep getting a thing that I'm having connection problems. So a little yellow thing just popped, like very slowly, and I see it's bad here. So I'll probably say I will say my goodbyes, but that's the game plan for next week. So I hope you guys will join us, because we got some really fun stuff, vintage stuff, like not all craft supplies. Like I just kept throwing stuff in the basket. So I don't even know. I can't even tell you everything that's in there, because it was like, right now, if I had to, I couldn't. But it's a big bag, and I know Leanne got some good stuff too. So that's the game plan for next Thursday. And then I have something I'm trying to do, but I just can't. I may have to work with it a little bit. But the following week, we're still going to be doing Halloween. So hopefully you guys are not sick of Halloween. And then we'll start doing a little bit of a fall too in between. But the project I have in mind is more decor. So it's something that I want for our house, to decorate something that was my mom. I have this whole vision. So it's going to be more decor, Halloween decor, and you can certainly take the idea and make it Christmas or Easter, whatever. So I think it's going to be fun. Kind of getting back to, you know, old style of crafting that I did with the assemblages and that kind of thing, the decor stuff. So I think it'll be fun. So that is it. And I hope you guys have a good rest of your Thursday. I hope you have an amazing week. And I will see you all next Thursday with Leanne. I love you all.